can be found here on Steam. And like I said, it's only $10. Well, it was $10 when I bought it. But I figure it's time to put out another tutorial on how to use this. I looked on YouTube and I really couldn't find anything. I found a halfway decent one, but the person clearly isn't used to making videos and whatnot. So I figured I'll put this out and help you guys out with a uh, tutorial on how to use this in detail so that you guys can kind of figure out and learn how to use this. So, all right. Um, let's try store page. Maybe it'll show me the price. But it's got very positive reviews. I was really hoping it would show. Oh, there it is. $10 right there. So it's very cheap. Considering there's some people who told me that they pay like $50 a month to have theirs, and I was like, what? That's insane. Why would you spend that much? But anyway, when you click onto it, it brings you in here. This was the recent documents. This was the latest emotes that I made. Which this one I'm very excited and happy that we were able to put this one up on the actual Twitch stream. But yeah, this is where I made it, and I just made this yesterday because I realized that for my watch points, oh, you guys can't see that with the webcam there, but well, you can kind of see it. You can see the cup there, but I realized that with my watch points, my hydrate was I think it used to be a different emote, and Twitch must have taken it down, or maybe I'm just thinking wrong. But anyway, I made a new hydrate emote and just put that up this morning on my stream. But first, we'll cover emotes and how to make those and what you need to know, and then we'll go into like a webcam overlay. And both of them will be pretty simple. I just want to show you guys mainly how to navigate and save everything properly, and what to do and how to set it up. So we'll click new file, and you'll see here you have the width and the height and the resolution. I mean, you can mess with the resolution if you want. I just leave it at 300 because the resolution isn't really super important. Like the most you don't really need to worry about it because your webcam overlay and your emotes aren't really moving. So it's like you don't need it to be too big of an image. So I just leave that alone. But the width and the height, this is what's important. Now, if you're making an emote, you want to start out because if you remember, so they've made some updates on Twitch where if you put up an emote onto your channel, like under affiliate, then all you need is just a 112 by 112 format emote, which is why it's important that this says 112 by 112 width and height. And they used to have it though, and it's still currently how it is with watch points. You have to do 112, you have to do 56 pixels, and you have to do 28 pixels. And you have to put all three of those up. That is still currently how it is for watch points, but they changed it for your actual like affiliate emotes. So make sure this says 112 by 112, and then all you have to do is press create. And then I always bring this down one so I can see the whole image. And obviously you're not going to want this size to be this big. So you go up here, this size right here, you just reduce it down and then put it back to see where it's at and how big you want it to be. I want this to be just a little bit bigger. I think this is about good. And so you have all these different things up here to change how you do this stuff. Like what you have, like the basic paintbrush. So, whatever. And then if you don't like it, you just come up, edit, undo. It'll take it away. If you don't like it, you have the straight lines and all different kinds of stuff. Squares, circles. You want to make slants and ovals. You want to make like a star shape or whatever. Then you have like fill and different things like that. And so today, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it as basic as I can, because mainly the important thing is the navigation of saving the emote and stuff like that. That's the most important thing. Like whatever you want to draw is whatever you want to draw. Just all these different things right here. Just experiment with all of these and get a feel of these and whatnot. I'm just checking something real quick. Okay, never mind. My audio sounded strange for a second, but I think it's just the bass for it doesn't matter. Okay, so I was thinking about making. Let's try to make. We'll go with this. We'll put up a big circle. Try to make all the dimensions about the same. Make the bottom a little. I'm gonna make the bottom a little bit shorter. I don't want that color. Hold on. I want it to be black. So this little triangle right here, this is your color wheel. And I'm just gonna grab this little circle here, take it all the way up so it's completely black. All right, we'll try it. We'll try this again. And let's see, let's make a, let's try to make a surprise face with like maybe a helmet type of thing. So we'll make this, no, that's not right. Undo. Take this down more. Okay. And try to do a matching one. About like that. Okay. And then these two circles, so we'll go ahead and we'll select the straight line. We'll start right here, take this down, take this down. Okay. And then so this whole outer circle was supposed to be the character's face, and this is the opening of the helmet. So we're gonna want to select our eraser, and we're gonna want to erase. Let me select the brush again so I can move it however I want to move it. I'm gonna take this off. Okay, so now we're starting to see our helmet a little bit. Take that off. Like so. And take this part off. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's really small, so don't worry about like putting too much effort into trying to make this look perfect. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. I mean, this is really small. It's actually going to be about like that. So that's what you're actually going to be seeing. So don't worry about making it perfect, and you can always fill in later, stuff like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the circle again and switch. Make sure you switch back from your eraser and select what you were using before. And I'm going to start right here. And I'm going, oh no, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. Let's try, we're going to have to experiment with this a little bit to see where I can get it. Because I want the circle to be lined up with this whole thing. Let's see, it's not far enough down, so we'll go ahead and undo that. We'll try all the way down at the edge. Keep forgetting. All the way down at the edge. If we can get it correct. I don't. Okay, so what we'll do instead is we'll go there, then we'll start over here and go over here and get this to try and match like so. There, that'll make it a little bit easier. We'll select the eraser again, select the brush again, and we'll just take all this out. Okay, and then take this out. And you can adjust the size of the eraser too. I just not bothering to do that. Cookie! How's it going, hun? I'm just taking the eraser and just running it over here. Get rid of the circles that I don't need. Oh, I'm doing good. I decided that today was the day I was gonna kind of do a tutorial with this. Oh, shit. Undo. Just want to a little bit off here. Okay. Now it looks pretty decent. And we'll give him, let's see, we'll do, what do we want to do? Like crazy face, I guess. We'll like, go back and select the circle. Make sure you select what you were using before. We'll give him some crazy eyes. Like we'll do one eye bigger than the other. Let's see about, yeah, I'm doing really good. Let's see here. We'll do one eye like that. One big eye. Yeah, I don't like those eyes. Undo. One big eye. And one small eye. There we go. And then give him an, oh my god, what's going on? Okay. And so let's select what color we want the eyes. Obviously, my stream colors are red and black. So we'll select a brighter red and select this to fill in the eyes. And then we'll select a more of a pink, like still a little bit red, but more of a pink. All right, let's back this off a little bit, see how it looks. Gonna have to fix up these lines a little bit, but that's okay because I may not be done with that because I want to add a little bit of detail to the helmet, make it look a little bit better. But yeah, that looks pretty decent. Go ahead and grab this little circle and drag it back up here to select completely black again. Fill this in. Okay. Back this off. Hmm. Uh, hmm. That should be okay. So what we'll do is we'll just have to fill it in by hand because sometimes it pixelates it further. So I'm just doing a Krita tutorial. Like I'm trying to show people out there. Like what I noticed was, you have all these tutorials on other programs, and like for example, a person came in and told me they were like, you know, he spends like $50 a month on this program to make emotes and webcam overlays and stuff like that. And I was just blown away by that because I'm like, it's only $10 on Krita. But if you don't know what you're doing, how are you supposed to use Krita? And I tried to find tutorials on YouTube and in other channels and stuff, and I couldn't find any that actually explain in detail how you're supposed to like save the emotes, because there's a certain way you have to save them, and you have to remember to take out the background, which I'll show you how. It's simple stuff, but if you don't know what you're doing, then you're gonna be stressed out and you're not gonna want to use this. You're gonna want to go with a program that is more expensive but has tutorials out there so you know what you're doing. So Frida needs to have a tutorial. Like it needs to be put out there how to use this. And like for people that have used other programs similar to this, they probably already know how to navigate through all this program. But for people that are looking for a way to make their own emotes, make their own webcam borders, and make their own backgrounds and stuff like that, that has never used a program before, then they're gonna want to they're not gonna want to use Krita because they don't know how to use it because they've never used any of these programs before. But Krita is just as good and it's a lot cheaper. So it's like people they really do need to know about this. Like you need to know how to use this so they can actually go with the cheaper alternative. So I figure I'll just show people how to use this. Um, I'm gonna do this emote and show you how to save it and all that stuff. Then I'm gonna go to a webcam border, like make a new border, like a webcam border, and show you how to do that. And I'm doing it I'm like I'm not really trying to be perfect with this. Like I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time trying to make this like completely perfect. But anyway, so okay, so far we have, let's give him a tongue. So we'll select brush and we'll go with more of a pink and kind of just make this a little bit smaller so it's a little bit easier. And we'll just fill it in. That look, I don't know. It looks kind of strange, but it's okay. It's just a tutorial. But we'll just go with that. And then select straight line again. Gonna put a straight line up through here. Oh shit, forgot to select black. Okay, grab this little circle thing here in your triangle, your color wheel slash triangle, and take it up as high as you can so that you have complete black again. And then we'll go straight up here, and then straight up here. Try and give the helmet a little bit of detail. Go with the paintbrush again. Try to keep a steady hand while I do this. Thing here. And then kind of just going out. And then again. Okay. And then right here. Put all this down. This like this. Okay. And then let's see here. We'll put a little try this. What does this do? Okay, edit, undo. Now I understand how it works. So click here, drag across. Oops. All right, now we got a little diamond. Select the red again. Grab this fill. Click it right there. And we got a little guy with a little helmet. And now we will, let's see, we'll select a darker red, something like that, and see if we can fill these in. All right. And then, I mean, because that looks pretty good. And let's see here. Let's select paintbrush again. Go back to black. And pull this a little bit closer. I'm thinking, trying to decide if I want to do this part black, these three parts, or I just want to do another even darker red. So let's see what this looks like. Go ahead and fill this stuff in. That looks pretty cool. And then we'll go back to black again, and we'll finish filling in his face. We'll just select this, make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to fill it in. Out. Okay. Then we just start filling it in. And I'm purposely leaving some of the area alone because I'm just gonna fill it in with a smaller. I'm gonna make this cursor a little bit smaller so that I don't mess anything up. Hey, Triforce, how's it going, man? Okay. Now I'm going to give this guy a little bit more of a chin. Come down here. Go. Fill in some of this other stuff. And there we have it. A new emote. And obviously I wasn't trying for perfection or anything. I just wanted to get that out there. I think what I'm going to do though is let's select like a dark pinkish. Go back in here on the mouth and kind of make this look a little more like a tongue. There we go. That looks good. All right. So emote's done. When you've decided, oh, thanks, Cookie. When you've decided that you're done, the very next thing you want to do is you come over here and you see that it says opacity 100%, paint layer 1, and background. Now this background, there's a little eye right here. You want to click that eye. Now what that does is when you take this file and you put it into the format, that whole background with all the squares will be completely invisible. So it's very important that you remember when you're done to click that eyeball to make the background invisible. Okay, so we are done here. We go up here, File, Save As. And when you're in here, you give it a file name like we'll just call it surprised. And then you put 112 because that is the pixel size of the image. And this is very important because when you're making an emote for Twitch, you have to have 3 different sizes. You have to have 112 pixels, 56 pixels, and 28 pixels. So you want to name the first one surprised 112. And then this right here, save as type. This is extremely important as well. When you go down here, you'll see all these different types. In order to put it up on Twitch or to use it as an actual image, you have to select PNG format. So you see PNG image right here. This is the one you have to select. So there you go, and then click save. Now none of this is important. All you have to do is just press OK when this pops up. So there you're done. That's all you have to do. Okay, but you have, like I said, you have to have. Hold on. You have to have 3 different image sizes to put them up as an emote on Twitch. So you just saved a 112, the 112 by 112 image format. You go up here to image, click on it. You go down here, scale image to new size. You click on that, this will pop up. You don't have to worry about print size or anything like that. You just worry about, you don't have to worry about filter. You don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to change. Obviously, you want it to be pixels, so you don't change that. It's locked anyway, but you don't want to worry about that. You go in here, click on width, because the width and the height, whatever one you click on, they'll both change together. So we erase the 112 and type in 56 because that's the next size you need. Okay? Press OK. It changes. You come up here, File, Save As. It should still say PNG image. You just click on this and change the 112 to 56. Press Save. Press OK. Now you do it a third time. Image. Scale image to new size. Click on width. 28 is the next size, the smallest size for Twitch. Press OK. Changes it again. Okay, File, Save As. Change the 56, 28. So there you go. You're done. And you go into your files, go in here. There they are. Surprise 28, surprise 56, surprise 112. So that when you go on here and you go to put this up on your Twitch, you just like you'll see 3 different boxes, and it'll say the image one, like they'll all 3 be by them by each other, and you have the 112, the 56, and the 28. So you click on that square that you see on Twitch, and it'll bring up this. And sometimes you have to go to your downloads, depending on how your computer setup is or whatever. Like for me, I would have to email myself these images and click on downloads on my streaming PC to upload these on Twitch, unless I open Twitch on my gaming PC, which that's what I usually do, so I don't have to email them to myself. But I'm just saying, like, if you come into an occasion in which, for whatever reason, you're not opening, you're not able to open your emote on whatever you're using, just email it to yourself. Because you put it into PNG format, it'll show up, and it'll be the right format automatically. So you don't have to worry about that. Just email the images to yourself, and then you'll be able to put them up. I don't know why you would ever run into that problem, but I'm just letting you guys know, just in case something crazy that I'm not thinking of happens, and you need to like put it on through another computer or whatever. You just email it to yourself, click download when you open it on your Gmail or whatever you use, and it'll save to whatever that is, and then you just click on the image. This will pop up, go to downloads, and just select the images. Okay, so that was how to do emotes. And if you guys are coming in late or whatever, just go back and watch the VOD. I made sure to start this tutorial at the very beginning of my stream, so that if you guys come in halfway through the tutorial, just watch the VOD over again. It'll be at the beginning of the stream. So okay, now we're gonna go ahead and exit this out. We're completely done with this. We're gonna wait, and then we're gonna launch it again. This time we're gonna do a webcam border. And it's pretty much the same thing, except the reason that I'm showing you the webcam border is when I go to new file, as you guys just saw, I made this emote, okay? When you click on new file, this emote is still the setting, the last setting that you used to start the new document. It'll still be width 112 by 112. You're going to want to change this because you're working on a webcam border now. So you're going to want to change it to 1920 by 1080. Or if you are doing 720p streaming or whatever, I always recommend 1920 by 1080 because that's the max resolution that Twitch is probably going to allow for a long time. Like we probably won't be able to stream in 4K for a little while now. Like maybe in a couple of years they'll eventually make it to where you can successfully stream 4K. But the most, I shouldn't say the most, the highest resolution you're going to use on Twitch is 1920 by 1080. So that's why I always make the webcam border 1920 by 1080. Because even at 720p, it's still going to look almost exactly the same. Like the border doesn't really change. So I make it the maximum resolution that I personally might use one day. Because it's not really overall going to matter. But you can still put, 720p, I can't remember what it is, like 1280 by 720 or something like that. You can use that resolution too. I just recommend this. It's going to give you the clearest image. So your pixels 1920 by 1080, create. shrink it down one, and it's really simple. So I just went downstairs to see my wife and kids, and she got IHOP and didn't get me anything. I was like, what the fuck? Oh man, didn't get you. She didn't get you any IHOP, man. That sucks. So here, the most important thing that I would use is, first of all, this isn't big enough for me, so I'm going to come up here and change this, make it a little bit bigger. I guess apparently you're gonna have to say, hey, if you're going out to get something to eat, get me something too. But we'll go with something very simple. We'll just select the square, and I'm gonna select black first, and then I'm gonna try and make this as even as I possibly can. Kind of size it up accordingly. Might have to try this a few times. Go over here. This should be right. So now we got a big black border. Then let's go with a little bit of like a maroon color. We'll try to match it up again. So try to fit it right here. Make sure the top and the side are like all even. And then click and drag. Try and get it in the exact same position on the opposite side. So it all matches up. It's pretty easy to see because you can see where the lines are and see if they're all even or not. Then let go. And there we go. We got a webcam border. And it's the same thing as like the emote. You just press the I button on the background so that it's transparent. And then we're going to go and we're going to save it. Save as. Let's put webcam border tutorial. Okay. Now you're going to want to remember again, since we exited out and went back in, it changed it to Krita document again. You're going to want to click on save as type and make sure you select PNG as well. Always make sure it says PNG. Select PNG and then press save. Press OK. And there you go.